Now to our west, state and federal officials in Oklahoma are working to set up disaster recovery centers this morning to help out the thousands of people left homeless by the tornado in Moore. Countless homes have been destroyed and the twister took 24 lives. 10 TV's Glenn McIntyre is live in the middle of it all. He's at the Moore Medical Center, which saw a ton of damage. Glenn, good morning to you.
Angela, take a look at the medical center behind me. This is the main hospital for this community. This is normally the place where people would be sent for treatment after a storm like this. But this time, in this storm, even the hospital is a disaster zone. The search for bodies and survivors is nearly complete.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Officials say they've checked every home at least once, but they plan to double and triple check to make sure no one goes unfound. Still, authorities do not expect to find any more casualties. At least 24 people died from the tornado, including 9 children. Most of the youngest victims died at the Plaza Towers Elementary School.
It's been replaying and replaying in my head.
Jennifer Doan lost 7 of her 3rd grade students when a wall collapsed on them. She used her own body to shield the children closest to her.
I had my arms around 2 of them.
Roof caved in on all of us while we were in the school.
Now, as the search effort shifts from rescue to recovery, stories of survival and heartache are emerging from the debris.
So we grabbed our motorcycle helmets and hid in the closet and prayed like hell. And luckily, the only rooms that were spared was the room we were in.
The devastation spans for miles. Neighborhoods and businesses, now just piles of rubble.
The reality hasn't totally set in yet. I still feel like, I'm going to come home, but there is no home.
One minute, I'm fine, and it's like everything's fine. And then the next minute, it's like, you just want to cry when you realize all the memories. But then, the poor people that lost their lives, that's what my heart really goes out to. I have no problems, compared to theirs, so.
And that is what we're hearing from so many people. They may have lost everything they own, but this morning there are 9 sets of parents waking up without their children and so many more who will never see their loved ones again. Reporting live in Moore, Oklahoma, Glenn McIntyre, 10 TV News.
Yeah, Glenn, and we've been seeing it all on video back here, but it has to be an intense scene. What is it like seeing it firsthand?
It's really extraordinary. I lived in Oklahoma for 3 years before coming to Ohio. I've seen tornadoes. I've covered tornadoes. I've covered the aftermath of tornadoes. What's striking to me about this one is just the size and the scope of it all. You drive for miles and this is what you see, rubble for miles. It's not little pockets. It's miles of damage and devastation. It's really a lot to take in, and there's going to be a long, long road ahead for all the folks here impacted. Jeff and Angela.
All right, Glenn, reporting live in Moore, Oklahoma. Thanks for that update. And also, when you think about it, the TV kind of, provides a buffer.
Sure.
You get right up close and personal. It's a different deal there. People across the country, meantime, reaching out to help those folks in Oklahoma through social media. There's a page set up to allow people to post pictures of found items and found pets. People are also using the page to offer clothing and other items to those who simply lost everything.
Of course, stay with 10 TV News for continuing coverage of the Oklahoma tornado. We will have more live reports throughout the day here on 10 TV and online at 10tv.com, where you can find complete coverage.